Yo, 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 yo. What is up? What is up? What is up? How is everybody doing today? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the I.O.W. Sports Show. It's episode 295. And as you can see, the fellas are in full effect. I am your host, Wildcard Mar, joined by the one and only Detroit Mel. And of course, our guy, A.R. Anthony Roche. What's up, man? How everybody doing today, man?
Good, man.
Yeah, and we coming to the end of Thanksgiving. Well, Thanksgiving weekend is finally over. Hey, how was y'all Thanksgiving, man? I ate a lot. I drank a lot.
It was a normal day.
Normal day? Oh, well, yeah.
What's different?
Well, to be fair, I don't get judged on Thanksgiving because it's a day that you actually can indulge in a little bit more than what you normally, and don't get made fun of for it. So yeah, it was a normal day for me. How was your Thanksgiving, AR?
It was good, man. Lots of food, watching football. What more can you ask for?
That's right.
I mean, there's a couple of things I could add to make the day go better, but
hey,
it's a 4:00 show. This is not the late night show, so I'll take that show.
Gotta save it.
Had a stripper pop out a turkey.
You see? What?
Coming out the cavity like.
First of all, just two things. If a stripper comes out of a turkey, she's either that small or that's a big ass turkey. It's one of the
midgets need love too. Some people stuff their turkeys with stuffing. I put midgets in mine.
Anyway, y'all know
what? I'm sorry, little people.
Yeah, we're gonna get kicked off sometime. I don't know when it's gonna happen.
What scared the shit out of me.
Was that Pops? Did Pops just scare you?
Yeah, he just scared me.
Shout out to Papa Roche. He's scared to look. Hey, you should see your face, dog.
Bro, I saw on my computer someone's behind me, and I was like, what the?
You should have seen your face.
I'll watch it back.
Hey, man, go check. Hey, if you need a second to go check your drawers, you can go ahead and check them.
No, we're good.
What's up, Pops? But no, man. Yeah, y'all know where to find us. I.O.W. Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all at that same address, I.O.W. Sports Network, I.O.W. Sports 1 on the Twitter. And man, you can always chop it up. Hey, what's up, Rod? Y'all can always chop it up with us personally on the Twitter. But man, let's get into it, man. And I gotta start here, man. So what's up with this Josh Giddey situation, man? He got some serious allegations on him. He's alleged to have improper relationship with an underage girl. Hey, so what's your thoughts on this, AR, man, and the allegations and the fact that he hasn't been suspended or taken away from the team? He's actually been active and they've been letting him play, man.
All right, so a couple things. First thing I want to say is I can't catch a break as a Thunder fan. All right, that's the first thing I would say. I can't catch a break. But I mean, I heard things from people about how that the girl that he was with, like the whole timeline's messed up. That she actually those pictures from when he first entered the league, and he was like 18 or whatever, and she was 16. I don't know, but apparently people are saying that the timeline's messed up, and that's why he might not be getting suspended. Like it isn't guaranteed. Like they don't know when the pictures are from or whatever. So I guess that's what it is. I mean, I haven't looked too much into it because I just wanted to keep away from it. I'm not really in NBA, mode yet, so I've been paying attention. Of course, I've seen it since I was a Thunder fan, but if they aren't taking immediate action to it, I mean, that's maybe lack of information is probably why he's still active. You know what I'm saying? If this was like something that they're going to court with or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This would be, he would be inactive, but I don't know. I mean, I just want, if he deserves to, if he's doing something wrong and he deserves to be whatever happened to him, it should happen. Whatever needs to happen should happen. But again, if this is one of those things where someone's chasing for clout and is using an NBA player's name and is putting it out later to make it seem like, what I'm saying, they can get a bag for it, then, that also has to be looked into. So I'm just kind of stepping back and not paying attention to it. Whatever happens, happens. But whatever needs to happen, when it comes to either he did something wrong and he has to have punishment, or if it's the other way around, whatever is going to play out is going to play out.
Yeah, jump in here, Detroit, man. Talk to us, man.
Yeah, man. See, like things like this, man, especially in the current social climate we in, it's like you got put under pressure to hurry up and respond. You don't respond, that means you didn't care. You don't respond, that means you're a part of it. You agree with it. But it's as many as there's been times that stuff has been true. There's also been times where people have been trying to get clout. People been trying to catch a bag, like Ant said. And what happens? No one talks about what happens to that person on the other side of a false allegation. No one deals with that because we're afraid to deal with that because now we victim shaming. They label us victim shaming because we're looking out for that person who might have been accused of something they didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Especially as men looking on that other side, there's all, you guys stick together, but my thing is like all this stuff has to be looked at objectively and fairly on both sides. Yeah. If my man did what he did, and like Ant said, he deserved to get any punishment that comes with it. Yeah. Because, one thing that I always stand on is you don't mess with kids, and so my thing, even if she's an older kid, you're still a kid. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, you don't mess with kids. And when it happens, then, you deserve to get what happens to you when it comes, period. But as I said, on the other side of it, we never really deal with the other side of what happens to the person who get falsely accused. Because I think if you deal with that a little more stricter, a little more fine, with a fine-tooth comb and not rush to judgment, you may get less people, doing this because they say, oh shoot, if this happened, if I lie, then this gonna happen to me. Versus, well, she lied, but whatever, keep it moving. That's no longer happening. So she lied, keep it moving. Nothing really happens to the other person that do the false accusation. So what's the incentive for me not to do it again? Because if I see old girl getting a bag and all she had to do is lie, shoot, that's my hustle. I'm about to hustle my pussy in the streets. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and obviously, we
shout out to all the hustling pussy in the street. We ain't here to shame you or anything. Do what you got to do to make that money.
Hey, you need an OnlyFans account, bro. Yeah, them OnlyFans chicks. Look, I think both you gentlemen said some very thought-provoking and intelligent takes on this situation. But here's my thing.
Go ahead.
I get his allegations, and you want to get all the information. My thing is it's okay if you sit him down and separate him from the team.
Okay.
If you want to pay him, that's up to you. What I'm saying is if you keep him, if you sit him down and say, hey man, until this gets cleared up, we can't have you near the team. We can't have you playing basketball. We'll pay you whatever, blah, blah, blah. Just offer the allegations because these are serious allegations.
Yeah.
And they are serious. And the fact of the matter is until you can gather all the information, this is why I say you sit him down, because what if it comes out that he had an improper relationship with a minor? You don't want to be looked at as an organization that just let him play, paid him, and let him be part of the team all willy-nilly as if nothing was happening.
But that's part of the pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's part of the pressure because no one wants to be on that side or that other side too, where we didn't do anything or looked at we ain't doing anything. Yeah. And then now it's true. And you know what I'm saying? Now we're looking bad. But my thing is this. And either way, I don't have a problem with sitting down or not sitting down. My point that I'm raising is, what is the deterrent for someone not to do this again? The false accusation part. You know what I'm saying? What's that deterrent? There's no deterrent for that. And why should we be pressured to move a certain way as an organization. Because my thing is this: if I see the accusations come through, I talk to him, I get his side of the story, hear what he has to say. And then if there's any information out that I can get from the other side, and I weigh those two, and I don't feel, and I see that right now it doesn't look like, until more information come out, it doesn't look like it's a true accusation. Well, it's nothing there. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? Why send him down? Why send him down? Because when it come out outside, he being false. Now, this man didn't lost playing time.
And you're not wrong on that. I'm just saying is if it comes out to be true, people are going to look at the organization and say, "Hey, you stood beside this guy, and he's doing these disgusting things." And me as a company, I gotta protect my bottom line. Because if say they it does come out to be true, I'm pretty sure they're going to look at the Oklahoma City owners a little bit different than what they did before the allegations come out. You know how fickle people are, and
I know.
And you know how people are in these day and age. Oh, you support this, you support that. Well, you can't get no more of my money. You allowing the guy to be the vanilla R. Kelly. I can't support you no more.
Vanilla R. Kelly.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm looking at this from the optics of how society works nowadays, and how they are quick to be emotionally involved in certain things before they can get the facts, because they're just allegations, and there's already the court of public opinion is already they're already either calling him guilty or they're calling him innocent just based off of feelings and what information they think they know. So until all the information comes out, me as a company and that has millions of dollars invested and I don't want to lose it, bruh, until I can find out the real truth, I just got to sit you down, and I will be gladly to recoup you of anything if it comes out it was false. That's just me as a business mindset. But hey, I'll be glad to recoup you for anything. I know you lost playing time. I know you lost this, but money wise, don't worry about it. I'll recoup you. All right. I'll make sure you get your ends if it comes out that it was false accusations. Now, back to your thing when it says to deter these allegations or things to be happening. Hell, I'm all for each state requiring, hey, you making false allegations? Well, damn it, you should be prosecuted for making false allegations.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Because just like you said, when it comes to, it's going to ruin somebody's reputation, regardless of whether they were innocent or not. Just look at Deshaun Watson, and the people still think he's guilty. His reputation is ruined. It's shot. Ruined. So if I can save somebody's reputation, then by all means. But I just think that you can't be making these false allegations if they're false. Because there are schemers like that. They'll make up some allegations on you with the quickness
in a minute.
Yeah, well, that's why it's supposed to be innocent till proven guilty. That's why I think that it's good that they're not sitting him yet, because I saw videos on social media where the girl was posting or sent it to somebody like Snapchat or whatever, like, oh, I just effed Josh Giddey, like she's bragging about it. So it's not like, what I'm saying, it seems like it was consensual. And again, the age of consent in Oklahoma, I just looked it up, was 16. And if those pictures from 2-3 years ago, Giddey was 18 years old, 19 years old, and if she's 16, that's not illegal. That's why I think that she's not getting sat, because I don't think they've confirmed when the videos were from and what age the girl was from. Because if she was 16 and Giddey was 19, that's legal in the state of Oklahoma. So
they're talking about happening with that. Yeah, they're trying to find a timeline and all this stuff, and that's why it's a real fickle situation. It really is. But somebody that did get the beat down, whether it was consensual or not. Man, the Lady Gamecocks. I don't know. Did y'all see this?
Oh, God, bro. What's up, Tony?
So,
I saw the score. I was gonna watch the game. I forgot to go back and watch it.
It wasn't no point in watching that game. So it was. I gotta pull it up real quick because
1-on-1 to 19.
Yeah, it was a beatdown, man. The South Carolina and Lady Gamecocks beat the Mississippi Valley State 101.
Jerry Rice, alma mater. Can't get the
Alma
words
mater.
out.
101-19 in a women's college basketball game. 101-19. I didn't make this up. 101-19.
Yeah, bruh. That's a drubbing.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying. You need to at some point in the game, let's just pack it up, go home. I think Chick-fil-A still open right now. You know what I'm saying? Come on, get some Chick-fil-A and get on back on the bus.
They should have let the equipment managers play.
For real. For real.
What's up, Tone? Shout out to Tony. Man, hey, bro, I'm just what's your mindset after something like that, man? What do you say? How do you bounce back from that?
It's hard, bro. 19 points, all you scored. It's hard, man. I'm trying to imagine, what did the coach say to you after a game like that? Good job. I mean, what can you say? You know what I'm saying? What do you say something like that?
Oh my God.
Look, next time. I mean, what the hell you say? It's not like you're gonna lose games in sports. That happens.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And even sometimes a blowout happens. It happens. But 19
to 1-on-1.
4 quarters
to 1-on-1.
1-on-1.
That's insane.
That means somebody didn't score any points. Somebody probably didn't score no points.
Oh, bro.
Somebody scored under 5 points. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn.
Hey, don't let 17 come from one person.
Bruh. Bruh.
Hey, bro. Hey, and jump in here, man. What can anybody say to you after something like that, bro?
I don't
transfer portal.
I don't know. I can't even imagine. Like that's embarrassing. Like I don't even I don't even know what to say. 101 to 19 is just like, I don't know. I don't know what you'd say. I don't know how to react. As a player, I wouldn't want to go back on the court. I'd probably hang it up.
Yeah, right. How you go to the crib and people go back to the neighborhood and they look at you like, nigga, 19?
Right. Hey, so I just
up, MJ?
I just put up the box score, right? All right. So you got one starter, she went 0 for 7. And you got another starter went 0 for 4, and she went 1 from 2 from the free throw line. So there's 1 point right there. All right.
All right.
You got another starter, she went 2 for 5 from field. So there's 4 points right there. You got another starter that went 3 for 14. She hit a 3-pointer and she hit a free throw. So there's 8 points right there. The other 6 came off the bench. 2 for 8. All right. And then 1 for 6 was the other points off the bench. There's your 19 points.
Damn, I'm laughing at Kobe said, man, I had to go home. Maybe how was the game? How much you score?
I want to see their plus minus. I want to see that plus minus.
See that plus minus, right?
Minus 80.
Crazy thing is, I'm glad ESPN did not put the plus minus, because there's no way that plus minus is just
that is ridiculous.
Well, I have to give a shout out to that Fuwali boy. She nice with it. She is nice with it.
Hey, she brought 17 off the bench, dog.
Bruh, she is nice with it, bro. I tune in to watch her halftime.
Yeah.
I'm like, put her in the game. Put her in the game. Now she start. Last game I saw, I didn't see this one, but before that one, she was starting as a freshman.
Yeah. But look, overall, I get it. The 101-19 is very, very lopsided. All right. That's that's a low hanging fruit. Now but I'm looking at this as, if you see that and you got South Carolina on your schedule, that has to literally put a mental like scare in your head. Like, bro, I don't want to be the 19.
Right, bro. You know, if you look at their games, I think outside of one, they play 4 or 5 games. Every game outside of one game, they score over 100 points.
That's
Every game except for one.
That's
They
ridiculous.
score over 100 points, bro. They're looking like like the dominant team they were before. And a lot of people talking about South Carolina might be losing their touch when LSU won, and he gonna rise of Iowa because of
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, with Caitlin Clark over there, and then you got old girl over there at Stanford. They trying to hype up a little bit, but Stanford do the same they do every year. They get into the tournament and choke.
So listen to these scores, dog. 100 to 71, 114 to 76, 109 to 40, 78 to 38, and then 101 to 19. Jesus Christ.
You probably see your 2K moves.
Bruh. Bruh. I don't. What do you do?
So let me ask you this. You coaching Udon Staley, or just a coach in general. At a certain point, it's a blowout. Do you just start putting your backups in there, or you keep your starters out there to let them to keep this thrashing them?
Well, I mean, obviously you got to empty the bench and then rotate them, but I got to find something.
I mean, outside of that, you're gonna do that to keep your people fresh. I'm just talking about like sit your starter. Y'all sit down. Let some of these backup players get in.
At some point, I feel like that would be the move.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what she did. So I don't know, but
bro,
at some point
they're losing to South Carolina by 30 plus. I don't think there's nothing you can do. You just coach, I guess.
They're losing 80 plus.
Yeah. Right. What do you do? I mean, what do you do? I'm serious. Like, what do you do? Just like
to MJ's credit. So they beat Notre Dame, who was ranked at the time.
Right.
All right. They beat them 100 to 71. They beat Maryland, who was ranked at the time 114.
Was ranked 20. Notre Dame was ranked 10.
Yeah. So they're beating your like your Notre Dames, your Marylands. They beating Clemson. So they're beating Division I schools. Now South Dakota State and Mississippi Valley State, they're not on that same Division I level. Looking at their schedule, it don't matter who you are. If you're on the opposite side of the scoreboard, man, you better hope you can you hold them to under 100.
Right. For real.
And they got North Carolina in 3 days. So and North Carolina is ranked 24. So we'll see if the trend continues. I got a gut feeling it's going to continue.
Man, I don't know, man. Like I said, something like that, bro. I don't know what I would do on either side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Except, like, if I'm Mississippi Valley State, I'm gorilla balling. I'm gorilla ball. I'm out there elbowing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I got to lose. I'm already losing. No, I only got 19 points. I got to lose. I'm out there playing like we play out there in the alley.
So you N1 street balling at that point.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm elbowing. I'm drop kicking. I'm everything. They're going to kick me out this bitch.
Just foul out. Don't want to take the beat no more. Foul out.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to the locker room. They're going to kick me out this
Take a shower early. Get cleaned up for the speech.
I think I meet y'all at the Popeyes. You know what I'm saying?
Check social media for the memes that are coming out about the game.
Right. Yeah. For real.
Because the memes is about to be crazy, bro. Hey, man, that's crazy, bro. But speaking of college, let's talk some college sports, but let's transition to college football.
Yes,
football.
I know my guy over there, Detroit Mel, is happy.
Oh yeah, man, that's a good game, man.
The game. Mm-hmm. Michigan, Ohio State. It's 3 wins.
Hold on, I gotta get it in. Fuck Ohio State. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you got it in. You good? You got it?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Fuck them as a team, as an organization.
University, and everything you stand for.
Yeah, go ahead.
But now, man, hey, go ahead, brag about your Wolverines, 3 in a row over Ohio State. Go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
It's good to see, man. It's good to see. They played a pretty good game. A few things that they probably need to clean up. Corum had a wonderful game running. They ran the ball.
Great.
I mean, I gotta give it to Ohio State, man. They kept the game looking good. Marvin Harrison got a couple catches, and I'm like, damn, they're gonna stop this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. He's so talented.
Yeah, I mean, so Marvin Harrison Jr. is a talent. I can see somebody picking him up quickly in the first round. I like. Yeah, I agree. I think with Michigan, man, especially this year, it's a team effort versus before they had players that kind of stood out. They lost Zender in there, unfortunately. So I mean, I think Zender gone for the season. But outside of that, man, they look good, and I good to that's part of one of the best things. You beat Ohio State, you beat Michigan State. You know what I'm saying? It's good now. Like Corum said, now let's go to bigger and better things. We didn't beat them 3 times. Let's go to bigger and better things. Now that's how I look at it. Let's try to do. Let's try not to come out the first time. Get out in the first round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
That to me, that's an improvement. Beating Ohio State now, okay, you done that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go further. Huh? What's up, man?
No. Only Jets fans are talking draft. We're not talking draft right now.
Is he frozen, or he just don't have nothing to say? I can't tell. Like he's shocked. Like what?
Nah, he's frozen.
You guys are projecting like a picture as a joke or something.
That's what it look like, don't it?
Yeah, we'll bring him back in when he gets unfrozen. But
how about being Arizona a powerhouse? Okay, man. Okay. The Deion Buffaloes on fall off.
They moved Ohio State down to 6.
Oh, they moved. I ain't checked the rankings. Okay.
Well, the rankings will probably come out either tonight or tomorrow.
You got them. They haven't came up. Pull them up if you got them, Lamar. So I'm kind of curious who they got over Ohio State.
Probably Oregon and Texas.
I go with Texas. I still ain't saw Oregon.
Too, right?
Who that? I heard you say Nick.
Washington got to be up there too, right?
Yeah, Washington should be up there.
I just pulled it up. They're out right now.
Did they lose?
No, Washington won.
Why the hell are they out of the top? They should be. They undefeated.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Let me pull it up real quick.
All right, pull it up real quick.
Washington don't bring a lot of rankings though. What's up, boys? How's everyone doing?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Hold on, Nick. How's your Thanksgiving, brother?
Go ahead.
It's good. The Jet game. Tailgate was great, but the Jet game then sucked up the weekend.
Well, duh.
At least we went down 14-0. I know you. I knew you were nervous yesterday, man. All the trash you talked about Vegas is 14-0. I was like, oh man, Mark got to be trembling right now.
No, man, I'm not one of them emotional freak out guys. Like it's 60 minutes in a football game. If they're down 14 with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, then I can be nervous. I'm not nervous by the Raiders in first quarter.
Go ahead, Ant. What's the ranking?
So we got Georgia 1, Michigan 2,
okay,
Washington 3,
all right,
Florida State 4,
really,
Oregon 5, Ohio State 6, Texas 7, Bama 8, Missouri 9, Penn State 10.
Let's add this though. That's the AP top 25. That's not the BCS playoff rankings.
Yeah, the CFP, College Football Playoff Rankings. Yeah, you're right.
Somehow Alabama will get in there. Washington will get bumped out because Washington don't bring rankings.
Same thing with Florida State. They might keep Florida State out too because of their schedule.
Yeah, and the quarterback out.
The quarterback out. I'm surprised they got him that high.
Well, hold on. We can't just automatically kick him out. They're undefeated. All right. I know their quarterback isn't there. They lose Jordan Travis, but until you lose, I mean, they got an ACC championship game this weekend. All right. You look at Georgia versus Alabama in the SEC championship game. So if Georgia wins, Bama has 2 losses. That's automatically out. Washington has a Pac-12 championship game on Friday. To me, now Washington and to Nick's point, Washington has to win that Big 12. I mean, that pack.
They have to.
If they don't beat Oregon, they're not making it.
Right.
Yes. I agree. I can rock with that. All right. So here's a lot of things that are kind of the fallout from the Michigan State or the Michigan and Ohio State game. Whoever lost that game, they both went in undefeated. Whoever lost that game was pretty much on the outside looking in. And all they're doing is hoping that two teams lose. And we can't act like it's not a possibility. All right. When you got Georgia versus Bama. But let me propose this question to y'all.
Okay.
If Bama somehow wins, which they just had the miraculous win on a 4th and 31 on 4th and goal against Auburn.
Greatest push-offs in college football history, too. That's wild.
If Bama wins, that's a one-loss Georgia. Can you leave a one-loss Georgia out of there?
If Bama wins, they mess everything up. Because then Texas beat Bama, so then can you leave Texas out? They only have one loss?
That's a fair point.
Because then you have Florida State, again, because they're an ACC school. Of course they deserve it. But, but so did Cincinnati. And Cincinnati got destroyed when they played, when Sauce Gardner was still on there. So, I mean, it's hard. If it's the 4 best teams and Bama wins, the 4 best teams are probably Georgia, Michigan, Alabama, Texas. The best teams, like if you go straight off of who's the best, not record, they would be the best teams. But
you got Texas over Oregon, huh?
Well, I'm just saying because they're going to use the logic of they beat Bama. So it's like, oh, well, Bama just beat Georgia. So I think Oregon, if they beat Washington, there's a case for Oregon to be in as well.
So
Georgia fan, that ain't happening. Nicky's the Alabama fan. He's already talking trash. Daddy, 4:00 Saturday, it's on. Me and you. I'm like, all right, bro.
So let me ask you this: If Oregon,
I'll whip that
if Oregon lose to Washington again, how does that affect Bo Nix Heisman?
Ooh,
well, Washington loses to Oregon.
No, if Oregon
if Oregon loses to Washington again, because they already lost.
All right, lost to him once. They lose to him again. Does that affect his Heisman candidacy?
So I answer that question with this: how does Bo Nix perform in that game, even if they lose? Like if he goes in and he still puts up good numbers, I don't think it affects it. Me personally, I have my order as this: I got Michael Penix, I got Jaden Daniels, and then I got Bo Nix in that order. 1, 2, and 3. Because I can't knock Michael Penix for what he's done because he's shown up in every game that they played. Jaden Daniels, he has played well, but you got a couple of losses on that LSU squad.
True. I don't know, man. I think I put Marvin Harrison over Bo Nix. Because he is their offense. He's their offense.
Yeah,
I'm not mad.
I mean, if he wasn't playing, I think Michigan would blow him out.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? That's fair. I think he is their offense. There's a lot of games where they should have lost, but Marvin Harrison made great catches
and come out of nowhere.
Either kept him in the game, or he made it. You know what I'm saying? Or he made a catch that kind of set him up for a score, or he scored 1 or 2. 1 or 3, rather. You know what I'm saying? So I think he is the offense. You have to put him in that top 3 conversation.
What do they? They invite the top 4, the top 3 to.
I think it's 4, right? Isn't it 4?
4.
I think. I don't know how anyone can watch football. I'll say this about the Heisman. It's turned into the MVP award in the NFL, where it seems like it's just being a quarterback awarded every year, and everybody just wants to talk about the quarterback.
Right.
Anybody who watches football knows Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best player in college football.
Yes.
Now, he might not have the statistics to get the award, but he's the best player in college football.
It's a good argument. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. That's a good argument.
He should be there. There's no way you can have credibility to this award and not have the best player in college football, who also has outstanding statistics, in that room. You want to give it to him?
He's a great receiver, but I can't give him
yards and 50 touchdowns because the stats look better in a spread out, dumbed down offense. Go ahead, but you can't not have Marvin Harrison there at all.
All right, Matt. He's a great receiver, but not in the Heisman conversation.
That's the one from Washington.
That's the one from Washington. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good.
Hey,
He's good, but
he's
not
great.
Heisman.
But he's
But not
nice,
Heisman good, and
Yeah,
I,
not
I think Bobby G must be trolling. He must be trolling. That's why I didn't respond to that one. He got
Not
me
yet.
trolling.
He ain't even the best player in Colorado. He will be in time, but not right now. It was nice when they were beating up on scrub colleges, and he was playing 85 plays on each side of the ball. But
I'm like,
no,
they're
not
beating
yet.
up on
It's a
insert a
great
black
talent.
name here school. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Back in August, when Lamar made us talk about Colorado for 50 minutes at the opening of every show, I was there. I remember.
Hey man, I was hyped. I ain't gonna lie, I was hyped. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, I didn't. No, I'm gonna say like I said before, I didn't think he was going undefeated and all that other stuff. I wasn't going crazy like that. But I thought he would turn the program around and eventually get it to where it's they're competitive.
Well, now that we're there, let's talk about here's the thing. I'm just gonna ask you guys a question straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a successful season for Deion, Coach Prime, at Colorado this season?
On the field, no. Marketing wise, yes. Publicity wise, yes. Future recruitment wise, yes. On the field, it's a failure.
They already lost a 5-star and a 3-star.
Oh really?
Yeah, both of them decommitted, a lineman and a receiver. I don't know. I feel like people are scared that he's just gonna leave.
Yeah.
Recruits think they're just scared that he's gonna leave after Shador, Shiloh, and Hunter leave. I feel like, because I mean I think they won 2 more games, but Deion talks a big game, and to lose the game to Stanford and to lose some of these games, like that's just not good. Yeah.
He got out coached real quick. And it looks bad. It's a bad look because you can't be talking that trash if your team ain't backing it up. That bravado is good when you're winning Super Bowls with the Niners and Super Bowls with the Cowboys and you're the top cornerback of all time. But when your team can't back up all the shit talk, it makes people tune it out real quick, right?
So let me say this, because I don't totally disagree with you, but what I'll say is I think that you gotta look, if you look at it from a standpoint of, are we measuring it by Colorado standards, like what they did last year compared to this year? Are we measuring it by Deion standards? As far as what he said, how he said it, the bravado and all that stuff. If you're going by that, then it's an epic failure. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking at how it's still a turnaround program, it only won 1 game. Last year.
Me personally,
and if it's another, let me ask you this: if it's another coach outside of Deion that came in there and had the same record, are we having this conversation the same?
We never know about Colorado football. If it was a regular coach just going in there, it would never been a discussion. It would never got the hype.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, that's
right?
Fair.
Like it would have been like, oh, Colorado sucks again.
Well,
That's all
go ahead, Lauren.
Me personally, I'm going by the standards of the program as in Colorado University. All right. And because as football wise, for those who watch football and know football, we knew what we were getting. We knew what type of team we were getting. So you can't hold those expectations football wise to that team when you know exactly what they were.
I say yes or no, but go ahead and let you finish your point.
I'm saying yes, it's a success by Colorado, the program standards, because Colorado had 1 win last year. They got 4 this year. All right. That's an improvement. I'm pretty sure they didn't have the same social media effect. I'm pretty sure they didn't have the same social effect. There wasn't no damn Migos coming to the game. There wasn't no damn Master P coming to the game for 1 win last year. They showed up for 4 wins this year. They showed up for 4. I mean, it is a success in a lot of the other aspects that's not football. But if you're talking about football, this is the thing that we got to keep in mind when it came to Coach Prime in his first year in Colorado. If you knew football and you can talk football intelligently, you knew what you were getting from this program. You were not getting a national championship contender. You were not getting a Pac-12 championship contender. You knew that. And so if you got those...
There were a lot of people talking.
No. But Nick, those are people that just got lips and not talking with sense. If you talk with sense and you know football, you knew what. Every time I talk football about Colorado, I was talking about as in, hey, they won, but they got this to improve on. Every time I talked about Colorado, they had this to improve on. They won, but they got this to improve on. It's not gonna matter when you go up against Oregon because they got their ass whooped. It's not gonna matter when you go up against the USC. They got their ass whooped. They fought, but they still got their ass whooped. It's not gonna matter when those other teams in the Pac-12, they've been together. Is not they were playing without the scrutiny. Mm-hmm. And yes, I can agree with everybody. Deion brought some of that on his team. He did. But he's a showmanship. He was being him from the get-go. That's been primetime Deion Sanders since he came out the womb.
And I respect him for that. I respect him for that.
If I could say this real quick. They still only won one game in conference. That's what matters. How you do against your conference. The 3 other games that they won were out of conference. They went to overtime with Colorado State, which we didn't even know had a football program until the week of when the shit talk started. So, when you look at their in-conference schedule, they're still just a 1-win team. It's the exact same team from last year.
That's what matters the most in college
in terms of in-conference play. No one gives a shit what you do out of conference. You butter your bread by winning your in-conference games. Rutgers is 6-6. They won 3 games in their pre-conference schedule, and that makes them bowl eligible. They're not a quality team in the Big Ten. I think anyone who looks at them knows that. You know, the Big Ten is Michigan, Ohio State, a couple notches down, Penn State, and then everyone else is dog shit.
Yeah.
That's why you have Michigan and Ohio State undefeated every year.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Penn State's undefeated until they play Michigan and Ohio State.
Yeah.
So you got to get into the upper echelon or even to the mid, win 3 conference games. I don't see them doing that.
Well, they
brought a lot of attention though to the Pac-12. I'll give him credit for that. You know what he did with SWAC, right?
Mm-hmm.
What he did with bringing attention there and getting some notoriety there. He brought some spotlight back to the Pac-12, which had lost its luster for a very long time. You know, we always knew Oregon could go put out a good product. Stanford every 15 years has a good team.
Right.
Right. Like it was Andrew Luck, and then you try to find
Elway before that.
Yeah. All right. So maybe more than 15
I mean, you had Richard Sherman here and there.
Mel. They seem like they were close.
They do.
I agree with that.
What Elway there last year?
I agree with Tony.
What Tony brought up is I think it's a legit take because and it goes back to what Nick said. He's not able to be on the field no more. He can't be the Hall of Famer. He can't be the Super Bowl champion. He can't be that on the field no more. So when you're asking players, and let's be honest, besides Travis Hunter, maybe Shador and his other son Shiloh, you know, was there some talent on there? Yeah, there was some talent, but when you comparing it to the other
Shiloh.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you put it to the other teams that you're playing against, they were outmatched. They were outmatched, especially in the trenches, which was one of their biggest problems on both sides of the football.
Yeah, that was their biggest
problem. So I'm just gonna say this. Here's my thing. Here's what Coach Sanders, because I'm with you, Tony. We can't continue with the Coach Prime moniker. All right. This is what Coach Sanders has to do next year. You need to recruit in the trenches because that was your hugest downfall this year. All right. It was abysmal. It was disgusting. And for those, which I said, if you watch football from week 1, you knew what the hell you were getting with Colorado. You were going to get the show. But when it mattered on the field, you had a flawed product. All right.
The show got canceled.
And it started with the trenches. And once you get that fixed, you can have all the, elite position player recruits as much as you want. Is not going to matter until you get the meat and potatoes of football, which is what Deion knows, which what killed him this year is because he forgot to recruit the meat and potatoes of football. He completely forgot.
He forgot. I just don't think the elite meat and potatoes wanted to go there.
Could
Well,
be.
we-
That
we-
three-star
at the beginning-
decommitted. That lineman decommitted.
I'm sure there was a lot of people offered, but they chose to go elsewhere because why am I going to go be the first guy? You need a class to come in to start to change a program. One guy coming in ain't going to do it.
Right.
And everyone knows D-line is all about everyone helping everyone else.
Right.
That's what
Well-
makes Alabama, Georgia, all the top teams great every year because they can throw multiple bodies at you and everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, man?
But
If you're a 5-star recruit, and then you're like, I'm not going to go there. You got nobody else to help me get my game off. I can be neutralized.
and I'm with Mel. I'm sure he tried, and I'm not saying your take is wrong, Nick. What I'm saying is it goes back to what Ant says. If you're worried that your coach is not going to stay, and you're worried every year that he's going to keep switching,
But with the portal, though, the portal changes that. You don't have that old school, I'm there for 4 years. I can't leave because my coach leaves. Remember, they used to put the kibosh on that. They wouldn't let you leave if your coach left. But nowadays, it's like free agency. Everybody leaves every offseason. There's
you're right.
175 guys
you
in the
can follow
portal
your
until
coach.
the season ends.
Yeah, you're right. You can follow your coach wherever he goes. I mean, Caleb Williams did the same thing. Went where Lincoln Riley went. So
Look at Colorado. Their entire team, 92% of their team transferred.
Hey, man.
yeah. Now go ahead, man.
No. I don't disagree with what y'all saying as a whole. I think that with Deion, shout out to him turning Colorado to the Source Awards. I give him that. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you don't have.
Hey, a little bit before your time, AR.
But I said that before. I said that before too. He's gonna have to. It's easy to get a Travis Hunter, Shiloh, come to your to your program, but if you don't start with, if you can't block for Travis Hunter, I mean for Shador, why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? He's running for his life. You know what I'm saying? If you don't open up holes to the running back and run through them, then why does it matter? If you don't get pressure on Caleb Williams when you play USC, you know what I'm saying? These are things that matter. I mean, you can have a well coached and fundamental middle of the line players on your team, but you have that. If you can open up the holes, you know what I'm saying? If you got a medium middle of the line running back, he's gonna look good. So same thing with having a good front four. You know what I'm saying? Because they putting that pressure, making the quarterback have to give up the ball quick. If you're very fundamentally sound, you can be a decent cornerback and still be successful. That's why you have to build from that first, and then worry about your stars on the back end.
I think it kind of plays into what Tony is asking when he says, "Do y'all think Warren Sapp will help the line game?" To a certain extent, because coaching does matter. All right, I think we all can
have something to coach.
Bingo.
Have something to coach.
You gotta have. Well, he don't have to have the most talented 5-star recruits to coach. He's gonna have to have guys that want to learn and want to actually implement the game plan. So it can help. I'm not gonna sit here and say it won't, but it has to go to the kids that want to be developed and wants to be part of something great. I mean,
that's a good point, Mel. That's a good point.
And speak to it. Like if you don't want it, you just don't. You're not going to be able to have it translate to the field of success if you don't want it.
Yeah, 100%. I know there's. At my level, you kind of see it more. There's a lot of dudes who just are there to say, "Oh, I'm on the football team," and they don't care that much. So, I mean, eventually those guys get, cut and taken out. But you need when you're trying to be successful on that level, you need the whole program of guys on your train and on your, everyone got to basically. Football is the one game where it's like you need all 135 to win a championship. It's not like basketball where you got your 5 starters and maybe you're 8 deep, and those are your guys who win it for you. But you're from your starters to your scout guys. You need everybody on the same page to be successful. So that's why sometimes building a football team, especially a college football team, takes so long to really get to a high level because you need to have a full program of guys who are willing to do it.
That's a good point.
Good point. Great point. I saw the.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
shout out to Anthony. I met this kid when he was in 8th grade playing Pop Warner, and to say that I've known him and followed his career and watched him grow and watched him blossom and watched him to develop into the fantastic young man he is today. To be the school record holder at Montclair State with 11 receptions in a game.
13.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Hey, get the numbers right, man.
There we go. I thought the defense maybe would have tried something.
Give me the right flowers.
I thought maybe the defense would have tried stopping you when you got to like 11. My bad. I would have tried something.
I would have tried stopping him at 5. Like, hey, man, somebody put something on AR. He can't get no more.
Be the school record holder in receptions as a sophomore.
That's good.
To make second team all conference as a sophomore is some really remarkable shit.
Right.
And I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, I always try to make sure when your mom was posting, I was like, oh, let me copy and paste because we gonna show my boy some love over the I.O.W. boys, man. I was like, yeah. Mama Rose, she was over there posting. Boy. She was
You think she posts about her kids? Wait till she goes to Disney and sees Maggie.
Right.
Your timeline flooded with photos, bro.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, but no, going into the football season, we when we played our homecoming game against TC&J, we that's when the whole like the watch thing was big. So before the game, we were joking around, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take tape. I wrapped like normal white tape that you use for your ankles, or whatever, around my wrist, and my friend drew a watch on my wrist, to joke around, and I ended up scoring 2 touchdowns that game. And I did that. We got pictures of it, and we tried to tag and at Dion and Shador in it, and no one responded. So that's why I don't like Colorado.
You got to have on at least a $25,000 watch to get that family to respond, bro.
That watch probably wasn't even worth 2 cents, but it looked funny when I scored.
Nah, man. Hey, good business, man.
Great
was
work,
good
man.
business.
Keep it up.
Oh yeah.
Get all the school records by the time you're done. Get all the career records. We're gonna get there. Me and Nikki were gonna go to one game this year, but that was a Saturday. It rained the whole time, and
that wasn't even a game worth watching. That game. The weather was terrible. That was
the only game that they could stop you was monsoon.
Listen, it was like fourth quarter. We just threw it up to me, and I bagged this kid. I found that he was a freshman. Someone was like, "You, I had to do my boy like that. He's a freshman." I'm like, "I'm only a sophomore. I'm probably like 8 months older than the kid."
Hey, end of the day,
he might be older. He might have went to JUCO for a year.
Maybe.
Hey, for real.
You got to make him be like pretend he's on Colorado. You got to make him walk away from the team.
Right.
We got some big games coming up this week in college football, and I just want to give you guys this takes real quick. Because obviously it has a lot to do with the standings when it comes to playoffs and whatnot. Obviously, we got Oregon and Washington, number 6 versus number 4 for the Pac-12 championship. You got Oklahoma State and Texas for the Big 12 championship. Georgia, Alabama, SEC championship. Michigan, Iowa for the Big 10 championship. And
that was last year.
Well, it's this year again. Then you got Louisville and Florida State ACC championship. All those games are going to matter because it's going to matter when it comes to the final rankings that are going to come out on Sunday. Throw a team out there that you think might end up losing, and it might be on their way out of the college football playoff, and give me a team that you might think might sneak into those final 4. AR, talk to me, man. A team that you might think get booted out, and a team that you think might sneak into that final 4.
I'm gonna have to go Washington losing.
Yeah,
I'm also gonna go with actually no. I think Florida State wins. I think Washington might drop it to Oregon, and then I think somehow, some way, Alabama pulls off an upset. Georgia lets his guard down because Georgia's in no matter what, in my opinion. And they might sneak in. So I don't know. I just think that somehow, some way, they'll keep Florida State out as well, just because they're gonna say their schedule wasn't good enough, and they're gonna say their quarterback got hurt, which I don't think is right. But until they expanded to 12 teams, that's what they're gonna keep it as.
Okay. Detroit Mail, talk to me.
Hold on a second. Yeah, I was thinking same thing AR gonna say about the Alabama Georgia game, because they play each other tough all the time. Now it's not because I actually like Georgia, so it's not like I'm shitting on Georgia, but I'm just thinking because of, you always see that happens a lot in the SEC, where you see the 1 year Auburn beat Alabama and it was good. You always see somebody, or Florida will beat somebody that it might not have been good that one year that Florida wasn't been quote unquote good, or Tennessee beating Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They found ways to win games, and if Georgia thinking, hey, we're gonna be in it regardless, they may not come out. They may come out flat. So I can see that. I think I'm kind of interested to see the Oklahoma State game. Can they pull it off? That'll be another one that I wouldn't be surprised if they win. Okay. So between those two, I wouldn't be surprised between those two. And I'm kind of with Ann about the Oregon too, because I can see Oregon beating Washington. One thing about Washington, I watched them play. They leave a lot of points on the field. A lot of points on the field.
Like Madden,
right. Like I like Pettis.
49, but you left 21 out there.
Right.
On stupid plays and shit.
I like Michael Pettis, but sometimes he can make some bad throws, either overthrowing it, underthrowing it, and those are times where that could have been a touchdown, or that could have moved the chains again, where you could have got a field goal, whatever. He does that a lot, and I think that against Oregon, they come in this thing because they already lost to you, so they come in this thing a whole different mindset than the first time they played you.
They think an upset, bro.
They think an upset, and only that,
possibly sneak in.
When it's the first time you play, you kind of like relax. Okay, they got us up. They up on us, but we have a chance to win. But when you see they beat you, every little thing you paying attention to. Hey man, they got a field goal. We got to go down and score. Hey man, they fumble. We ain't capitalize that. Next time we go. You just paying attention to every detail because you've been beat by them before. So it's a whole different mindset when you come to that game. So I can see Oregon winning that game.
Okay. Hey.
I'm sorry. And fuck Nick.
Wow, it only took 59 minutes for it.
I'll try to let him get comfortable. Let him get comfortable.
I wasn't here the whole time though, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That is fair. Big homie Nick Shine, talk to us, man. Team that you could think can get booted out, and team that could possibly sneak in this Final Four.
I just want to say fuck Alabama and all their fans. Bunch of sleeping with goddamn weirdos down there in Alabama. Fuck your coach. Fuck everyone who's ever played there except Quinnen Williams. Bless you. Thank you. Did you see the Quinnen Williams Aquaman commercial?
Nah, I gotta look at it.
I'm gonna send that shit to you. It was amazing.
Okay.
It's absolutely amazing. It's him being Aquaman's assistant. And it's just fantastic. It's like a promo for the movie. At one point, he's talking to the fish tank, asking them if they know anything about the dolphins. So good. So good. Yeah. I think, sadly, I think Michigan's a lock. And this ain't a dig at Mel. I just think the Big Ten is weak. And every year, whoever wins the Big Ten gets in. And then they lay an egg in one of these games. And then they really don't finish the job quite often. I'm worried about Alabama getting in. Although I think Georgia's going to take care of them this week. I really do. I think that the line is -6, so even Vegas looks at it. Bowers came back. Bowers is getting in his rhythm again after the little ankle surgery. Some people thought he would just wrap up a career, 2 national championships, and just get ready for the draft. But my man came back like lightning quick. I think he was out. There was a bye week, I think, in there, so he missed 2 games. I don't know. I like the way Beck is developing as a quarterback. Alabama wins. Alabama could be the team to sneak in because we know the ratings that Alabama brings. And if you look at it and they can justify it with how are you trending late in the season? You beat the number 1 team in the country, the 2-time defending champions. If Washington and Oregon split, that bumps Alabama above them, I think, because they lost the opening weekend to Texas and they haven't lost since. It's like the Patriots getting in the playoffs, right? Back in like the Tom Brady heyday, like you feel like that anything is going to happen to get them in. I just feel like there's going to be an atrocious call I feel like there's going to be something that's just so outlandish to help Alabama if it's a tight game. So I hope Georgia takes care of business early where it can't be left in an official's hand.
This was that case too with that touchdown. And I'm a receiver. He pushed
my
off.
post. I posted an I.O.W. I was like, if I'm ever in public and I have diarrhea and there's a massive crowd, I want that Alabama receiver leading the way for me to get to the bathroom the way he pushed that quarterback. I want him pushing people.
It was hand fighting. It was hand fighting. No flag. Hand fighting.
My God. It was full extension. He planted. He didn't do it while running. He planted and pushed. And then I don't know how you don't throw a flag. I mean, I'm not.
Are we gonna get?
I love the what is it, the Iron Ball, right?
Yeah.
Man, how do you not call that? I don't know.
Hey, man.
How do you you're playing with 8
because
defensive backs and there was only one person in the deep left zone.
in the corner? How do you only have one in the corner?
Yeah.
Hey, AR, I'm glad you said it because I was looking at that replay. I'm like, how is he 1-on-1 in the corner when you only rushed 3? I was like, it's literally 4th and 31 because it was 4th and goal. It was 4th and 31. Like, so he had to get it to the end zone. I was like, wow. Anyway,
how do you not try to rush the passer? They weren't even trying to. You want him breaking the pocket at the 31-yard line because if you can't have 7-8 guys come up and make a tackle, you deserve to lose the game.
Yeah, well, they lost.
No, they didn't deserve to win if you let that happen.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
That's the moment being bigger than the coach and being bigger than the players. And you can tell Auburn hasn't been good since what? Cam Newton was there.
They weren't good with Cam Newton. It was okay.
No, they had that one national championship. That was it.
With Cam.
And that was it. Yeah, with Cam. Yeah.
They had the kick return against Alabama. I think that was the one you were referring to earlier when Auburn beat Alabama when they weren't good.
Mm-hmm.
They had the kick 6 or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's the Fail Mary. Jesus Christ, I fucking play on Friday.
The bar at work was going crazy.
I'm pretty sure they were. No, I think y'all bring up very important points. It's going to be a very important weekend in college football. This coming up weekend.
Can I just add this? Louisville solved this Florida State problem for us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I can see that.
Without a quarterback, I can't see them lining. Without their quarterback, I can't see them lining up. I think the dog of the week, Louisville's getting 2.5. I'm taking that.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
I might take the money
line. Yeah, that was a bad loss.
Kentucky, terrible loss.
Yeah, that's a terrible.
I know,
loss.
but I just think Florida State, if they had their quarterback, Travis, right?
Yeah.
If they had the quarterback, this is a 13.5 point game, if not more. So the fact that it's 2.5, they're giving Florida State credit, but they're like, oh shit, that could happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on. Vegas got to play it to the chest. But I'm with all of you guys' point. I'm definitely with Nick's point, which I hate. I'm so disgusted about that.
I know, me too, man. Me too.
But no, he brings up a good point. Alabama is going to be the key.
This lion say he didn't.
I mean, I'm a terrible liar, so ask my ex-girlfriends. I am a terrible liar. Who was that heifer in the car with you, man? Al, my cousin.
What you talking about? You still got their number?
That's my cousin, man.
That's not a girl. That's a dude.
It ain't your cousin. Anyway, that's for another story.
Like you're gonna stop once you find that out. No, never mind. I'm already committed.
I'm already in this right now.
I was like, too late.
Ain't about to waste
rock hard.
Anyway.
Okay, hold on. Is that what y'all do in Detroit? Is that what y'all do in Michigan? I didn't know y'all was. I didn't know y'all was half West Virginians there. Are y'all close enough?
Look, man. I'm not saying that's what I do. I'm just not denying it.
That sounds like Coach from Epstein Island.
All right. We're going to keep this train moving so we don't get canceled because we're going to transition from college football to NFL football. And we have
Oklahoma City.
Can I do the transition? I got a really good one. I know you're good at it, Amar, but please.
Go ahead.
Speaking of people who may have been on Epstein Island, let's talk about Bill Belichick's coaching performance this year.
Boom.
That was a good one, man. Touche.
Good woman, sir.
I knew you would have liked.
This
I
is
knew
a
you were
hole.
nervous where I was gonna go, but I knew you were gonna like.
Yeah,
Well, Bill, if you ask me, Bill Belichick should be joining this guy in the FFCA, the Fired Football Coaches Association, as Frank Reich is your first coach to get the pink slip this year.
Good woman, sir.
oh, my bad.
This here is a hole.
That was actually the second time.
He's the second coach.
Oh,
McDaniels got
yeah,
fired
yeah.
in Vegas.
McDaniels. Oh, yes. How did I forget that? So now we have two coaches.
I.O.W. On behalf of I.O.W. show, I would like to say that Lamar is our spokesperson for why not to smoke blunts all day, every day. You become forgettable. My man did 17 shows on Josh McDaniels getting fired 1 week later.
Bruh, I would have forgotten, and that ain't even, well, it's because McDaniels is such a forgetful son of a bitch that I wouldn't even, I would have forgot.
So long ago, right?
Yeah.
In the course for 4 weeks is a lifetime.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, man, give me your opinion on Frank Reich not even finishing his first season, one and done out of Carolina. Talk to me. Who wants to go first?
I'll take this one. I
Go
got
ahead,
the
Nick.
Carolina hat on, so I'll take it. How do you expect the coach to win when you do one of the worst trades in NFL history and trade up for the worst quarterback in the draft?
Yeah.
Well, not the
Right.
worst quarterback in the draft, the worst of the top prospects.
Yeah.
Richardson was light years ahead. If he only knew how to slide, he would be on par, I think, with C.J. Stroud with taking their team to a
Yeah, he was
playoff,
looking that way. He was looking
possible playoff. Yeah. And that was 3-4 games. He missed a game and we're like, damn, that dude had it. But
Right.
you look at Stroud, both guys are light years ahead of Bryce Young.
that way.
I know you traded away DJ Moore. Why would you trade away a weapon? These are all non-coach decisions.
Right.
This came from the owner and the GM. I mean, it's the old Bill Parcells adage, right? How you want me to cook the meal, but you don't let me buy the groceries. How you going to hire me? Trade a stupid amount of stuff. You gave away DJ Moore. You gave away number 1, number 2 pick last year. You gave away number 2 pick this year. You gave away the number 2 pick next year. You gave away the number 1 pick this year. You gave away 2 1s, 2 2s next year, 2, and DJ Moore
For shit.
for a colossal failure to this point.
Right.
They might be one of the few teams with a worse quarterback situation than the Jets.
I wouldn't go that far, but they are pretty bad.
It's in the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
If
they're
you
in
think,
the-
I
if you
think-
think
I
in
think-
terms of what they gave up for him, then yeah.
Yeah,
They gave up
yeah.
so much for him.
Yeah,
I think the Bryce Young is one of those quarterbacks that needs to sit behind somebody. I won't go in and say that he's just terrible off the back. You know what I'm saying? I think he came in a situation where he could have sat down behind somebody. He may develop into a pretty decent quarterback in the NFL. But you threw him in with nothing to throw to, no line, and he has a lot to overcome. The speed of the game, the height he has. I mean, all that. Not saying that his height, he couldn't be successful because we can talk about Drew Brees and even Flutie to a degree. But my thing is, he has all those hurdles.
Too many obstacles in front of him.
He got a lot of obstacles in front of him. He needs to sit back and just behind somebody and just kind of learn the game. I think I'd have been better off for him. Go ahead.
You can't fire everybody who didn't make the pick.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect? Like, all right, CJ Stroud is doing, unless Frank Reich was the one slamming his fist saying, this is our guy, this is who we need, and we don't know about that publicly. But there's a video of Josh McCown at a private workout with CJ Stroud, who's the quarterback's coach, Uncle Josh.
They just fired him too.
Hey, I know. And Deuce Staley, the running back coach. How you firing all these guys? You traded away all your draft capital for the next 2.5 years. You gave away your number 1 weapon in DJ Moore. And what the fuck? And now you fire the coaches over something the front office decided?
So stupid.
Like, I don't think you're bringing in Sean McVay. You're not bringing in Mike McDaniels to help Bryce Young succeed right now. By the time you have enough draft capital to make your offense good, you missed on Ike Ekwonu last year, number 6 overall. That left tackle gets spun around time and time again. He's a massive disappointment. Frank Reich didn't make that pick. He wasn't even with the organization at the time.
Right.
I don't get the logic of it. How do you fire the coach unless there was some emails with N-bombs going off, but
Right.
Staley was on the email chain. Maybe that it was okay if he sent it, but there's got to be something John Gruden-ish to fire everybody.
Yeah,
There's got to be something like the Miami Dolphin coach doing coke in his office. Like, that's how you fire everyone 10, 11 games into a regime. You pick the bad guy. By the time they get good or have the opportunity to get good, Bryce Young will not be there.
That's for you, Nick. That's for you.
Hey, Vanessa, how are you? My dad said he heard Jets fans are blaming the turf for the Jets not being good. No, the Jets have a lot of good players, but they're all injured. They're on their 12th offensive defense, all right? Vanessa, hold up. I hope you still... You tell your dad I said go fuck himself. I know heard that.
I did not put her up to that.
Or you rewind it to the 1 minute and 1 hour, 11 minute, 50-second mark, and you play it for him, and I'll tell him myself. How you doing, sweetie? I hope you and the family are doing well.
Well,
man, wow, that was hilarious. Thank you for that, Vanessa.
We appreciate you, Vanessa.
We appreciate that.
Facebook. I'll tag him today. I'll tell him. Go.
No, that was fantastic. AR, jump in here, man. Frank Reich getting fired, man.
Yeah, so I said in the beginning of the year a couple of things. One, I know I said multiple times on this and on the Knicks draft show that I think that CJ Stroud should have been the number 1 pick. I did not like Bryce Young. I thought he should be even the 3rd quarterback taken. I didn't like the height. I thought, you know what I'm saying, like that was going to be an issue. I don't know. I just feel like you can't fire a dude in his first year of walking to a dumpster fire.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like people need time to develop. Coaches, players, like people just expect now for people to walk in and be successful, especially at quarterbacks, is unrealistic.
Right.
So I'm not going to say that I'm giving up on, Bryce Young. To be honest, I haven't given up on Zach Wilson yet as a quarterback in the league. I haven't given up on him. I feel like that a quarterback needs a lot of things to go his way to be successful. And when you have a dysfunctional organization, you have a bad offensive line, you have no weapons, how are you going to succeed? So, I don't like how people just get fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially him. This is his first year in a team that not a lot of people are going to be good anyway. No one thought the Panthers were going to be a good team. So, is he underperforming the already terrible expectations he had? So, I don't know how he's getting fired for this. And like Nick said, it's not his fault they traded away all that stuff. It's not his fault they missed on their offensive line pick last year. The Panthers weren't a good team last year, and they weren't supposed to be a good team this year. And then they trade away half their draft capital in DJ Moore, which was their best player on offense, to get Bryce Young when they could have taken CJ Stroud because he might have fell, or you could have taken Anthony Richardson. So to me, I think it was a stupid firing, but that's the kind of the Panthers.
Well, and I'll say this. I was never big on Frank Reich as a head coach. I thought he overachieved 1 year with Phillip Rivers, and he wasn't able to recreate it in Indy after that. So I kind of had the book on him. Like, oh, I see what you are. You're a good offensive coordinator or a good quarterback coach at best. Him being a head coach just wasn't it. Now, when it comes to Carolina, I'm going to say this, and people can be mad all they want. I don't think he was deserving of the job. Steve Wilkes did all that he could last year with that terrible team and was so deserving of that job. But Steve Wilkes dodged the bullet.
Right.
He just got fired anyway.
Right.
How's the GM not fired?
Well, here's the thing.
But how's the GM and the team president not fired?
I'm going to answer that. I'm going to answer
finger at everybody else.
I'm going to answer that for you, Nick. Here's the thing. David Tepper is probably one of the worst owners in NFL history because he does not put the right people into the right positions. And what I mean by that is he's not putting football people in those football positions.
Right.
He is a hedge fund guy. He is a guy that comes from a different world where it's about business, it was about dollars. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. That's how he is running his team. He is running his team like it's a Fortune 500 business instead of running it like a football team. That's why he will not, and hear me when I say this, folks, he will not be a successful owner in the NFL until he decides to put football people in football positions. You got to put a football guy in
this no chin having motherfucker. This blockhead is the GM.
Is that
If this guy showed up on the cover of the Daily News as part of a pedophile ring, you would be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. I believe it." Like that's the GM. How do you make all those trades? Hire Frank Reich and keep your job.
Right.
So do me a favor, Nick, while I go off on my rant. Find the GM's name and look up his background, because I'm willing to bet. GM.
That's Scott Fitterer. That's the GM whose picture I showed.
Find out his background, because I'm willing to bet that he doesn't come from football. The problem is with David Tepper.
I was Ron DeSantis. I ain't know.
The problem is with David Tepper is because he refuses to put football. Because he refuses to put football people.
All doing is one show obligatory. All white people look alike.
Hey, the reason why he won't never be successful is because he refuses.
He said, "Nigga, we made it." What's up, man?
Shut up, AP. You're ridiculous. Until he gets somebody like a Bill Polian, which I doubt he'll ever want to take the job in Carolina, or somebody that has done a GM job before in the football position, until he gets that person. Because I'm willing to bet nobody who's been in football was going to make that trade. You know, nobody would have said, "Hey, man, I'm not giving you my best weapon when all I need is to make sure that I give." How can I succeed with the quarterback and trade away his best option on offense? That's stupidity.
Yeah, that don't make any kind of sense.
That was terrible.
Yeah. No football guy is going to make that trade.
Nobody with common sense going to make that trade.
He is the football guy, though.
There's no way he's a football guy.
He was with the Seattle Seahawks for 20 years.
What was he doing?
There's a big. He was named general manager in January of 2021, so it was his second draft.
Okay.
He previously worked with the Seahawks.
Was he a ball boy?
He was with the Seahawks from 2001 to 2020. Most recently, vice president of football operations. He was co-director of player personnel from 2015 to 2019. From 2011 to 14, he served as director of college scouting. Before that, he was, he worked his way up. Before joining Seattle, he spent 3 years with the Giants from 98 to 2000 as part-time scout. Before being assigned to the West Coast region. Here it is. 98 to 99, part-time scout with the Giants. 2000, West area scout. 01 to 10, Seahawks area scout. 11 to 14, director of college scouting. 15 to 19, co-director of player personnel with the Seahawks. 2020, vice president of football operations. And he's been the general manager. This is his third season.
Wow.
How do you keep that guy and fire Reich and staff in 11 games?
Wow. That's I'm actually kind of shocked by that. But it does go to my point about David Tepper not putting the right people in the right positions, because there's no way that you make that move and you're the right person for that job. There must be some relationship that we must not know about between David Tepper and homeboy. They must have some good standing. Because it sounds like the timeline.
It's a White Howard relationship.
Well, the timeline, it sounds like he was there when Tepper first bought the team, when they hired Matt Rule. Because he's been, if he's been there, if he's been there the last 3 years, he took over the team 3 years ago. So it sounds about right. The timeline. Look, regardless, David Tepper is probably one of the worst owners. He's going to go by the seat of his pants, where, and not really have football sense. He's thinking business sense. Hey, the team isn't winning. Let me get rid of you. Let me change it. Okay, you're 1 in what? 1 in 11. Let the man finish out the season. Hey, what does it matter now? You're 1 in 11. 1 in 10. Yeah. What does it matter now?
And you didn't even got your draft pick because your general manager gave it away.
Exactly. Exactly.
The general
And you don't
manager's
even have
fan.
to draft. Yeah. So
But imagine a coach coming into that situation. You got to hire another coach. You got a coach coming in. How you gonna succeed? You only
First
have
of all,
the tools you need.
Yeah, but the coach that he's about to bring in, he's going to be paying other two coaches not to be coaching the team because he's still going to have to pay him Matt Rule.
I like the
He's
Raiders.
about to pay the rest of Frank Reich, and so he's going to just like the Raiders. So
Like
you
the
look at
Jimbo Fisher. And,
Right.
Lord,
Right.
oh, watch him go hire Jimbo Fisher. Watch him go hire Jimbo Fisher.
Hold on. Yeah, as we were saying,
Watch him go hire Jimbo Fisher, bro. That'd be the most
70 million or 80 million to never coach.
My goodness,
That's
he'll
crazy.
do something. No, Tepper would do something silly like that. Is to hire Jimbo Fisher, a guy that's getting paid $76 million to sit on the sideline. He would do it.
The
He would
couch,
do it.
not the sideline, the couch.
Yeah,
He's going to be watching Texas A&M playing, making
Right.
70 million.
now you mean count this money while they playing.
Yeah,
He's like,
exactly.
y'all look good. No, did he deserve to get fired? I would probably venture off to say no. He didn't deserve to get fired. He wasn't put in a position to win. He wasn't put in a position to succeed.
right.
It didn't help in all. Pretty much, if y'all looked at the Panthers, made all their starters on defense hit the IR in the first couple of weeks, and so they were done on defensive side anyway. So, and then you look at the fact that that offensive line was trash. It was just not a good situation for Frank Reich. It'd have been hard to see any coach succeed in that situation.
Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna go to college.
No, what do you mean? Oh, Frank? No, Frank not going.
He ain't going to college.
Frank is about to be a consultant to a team,
He's gonna
or
be that, or he's gonna be an analyst. One of the two.
nah. He got a boring personality.
They
he'll
make
be
him
a-
Tom Brady analyst. You ever hear Tom Brady on a podcast?
He'll be an offensive
He
coordinator.
is terrible. He's like, Brady, do we announce this game? Yeah, so that was
He could have been that bad. Fox was about to
That's not
offer him $13 million. Like
because he's
almost
Tom
$4
Brady.
million.
That's why it's only because name only. Have you ever heard Tom Brady? I heard him like they was doing a this promo for his podcast he's supposed to be doing, and they was playing some of the excerpts. He sound terrible.
Mm.
Terrible. I
He's
mean,
a TED
I was like
talker.
this. Right. For real. He'll put you to sleep. You want to listen to something that's gonna put you to sleep, turn Tom Brady on. You'll be out in 2 minutes. That's why Giselle left you.
And down, dog. It was and one other thing. It was
What
good.
other thing? You're like, this motherfucker
Okay.
can stand here, this motherfucker talk.
Nah,
Like,
whatever.
just fuck me, Tom. Don't say nothing.
Whatever. Giselle had a little side giant. I ain't even.
Hey, she got something quick, didn't she?
Oh, you want to play football? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, bet. Bet. I just get to insert pool boy here.
Real quick before we get to the rest of recapping week 12. Anybody see any other coaches that deserve the pink slip before the season is over?
Chargers.
Yes, Chargers for sure. That's unanimous right here.
Yeah, I think that's unanimous.
Chargers try to get him going.
Yeah. Ron, Riverboat Ron,
Yeah, he can get the boot too.
you're muted. You're
Nick,
muted,
you're muted.
which is
we can't
probably
hear
a
you.
good thing. Yeah.
Like, can we just get no face who?
I want Andy Reid.
Oh,
fired so
damn.
the Jets can
He
hire
was so
him
happy
and
to
get
talk.
him on his bill.
He was muted.
Yeah,
I want
he's
Andy
talking.
Reid terminated. Can't one of his
Yeah.
other kids? Can't one? I mean, the guy is unfireable. His kids killed somebody, and they were like, "Nah, you're good. You're coach."
For real.
The guy did it with like his
For real.
pass on his chest, and they're like, "Don't worry, Andy.
Oh,
You're
what
good,
about
man.
it?
Winning over everything."
You got any more kids?
He lost
Well,
1 year ago
he
from
lost
OT.
one. He lost one. Britt Reed, who hit the young lady, and she actually was paralyzed. She actually didn't pass away. So, but he was
Andy Reid like the
Right.
Kennedys.
he was charged with vehicular man, vehicular assault or something like that, driving while influenced or something like that.
It's actually a vehicular assault
or something like that. I can't remember the actual
Wow.
charge. But no, he had put a little a minor, and
I think I kind of
put
vaguely
her in the
remember
hospital.
that.
Yeah, Garrett.
It was right before the Super Bowl.
12 from a drug
Remember?
overdose.
Yeah, it was right before the Super Bowl where he had hit
Right,
the young
right,
lady
right.
and put her in the hospital for it, and she was paralyzed in a coma for like months. And the most that the Chiefs did was pay the medical bills, which that's the least they could have done. But yeah, he's been in jail for like the last 2 years. So
I
he's
mean,
actually
he kept a job. He got Henry Ruggs as a son.
yo.
Just saying.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I
like
definitely
when Mel
agree.
goes over the top of the joke because it makes my jokes so much more appreciated. Because like, oh, at least it's not that offensive.
Yeah,
Hey, man, I go all the way in.
Oh, we know.
Big dick in the locker room, Mel. I just go.
It's gonna be offensive. We might as well go all the way in.
So yeah, we all agree on Brandon Staley. I think Ron Rivera should possibly be another one that's going to jump in there.
I'll give you one that deserves being fired, but won't. Bill Belichick deserves to be fired.
He's gonna
For the
step
poor
away
draft
after this year,
on
probably.
the offense, for not having an NFL offense, for not being able to find talent at receiver in the draft, for drafting Mac Jones. Funny thing about Mac Jones and his rookie season, he was ranked number 85 in the NFL players vote for the top 100.
Oh, wow.
Andy Agar, who's great, tweeted, "This is why I have trust issues," and it showed Mac Jones number 85. I shared it right before on the ride home.
He was a Pro Bowler, right?
He did make the Pro Bowl,
yeah.
but that's because like 7 guys turned it down.
Yeah, he was an alternate. Trust, he was all.
That's like
alternate.
sleeping with the prom queen. That's like sleeping with the prom queen, but she got like an STD. Nobody else wanted her. That's the only reason you got her. Like Mac Jones, that's the only reason you were there. You had like 15 touchdown passes, and they're like Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
I like that the NFL announced today Pro Bowl voting is open. There's no Pro Bowl. Like it's what are they doing? These stupid games. They're doing beer pong. They're doing curling. Like who gives a shit who goes? You've ruined everything else for us. Ruined offense in the NFL. They're not allowed to practice, but now you guys, let's have a dodgeball tournament. Vote for who you want to see. I want to see the coaches. I want to see Robert Saleh throw a dodgeball. Bill Belichick's at him 30 feet away. That I would tune in for.
I would pay. On pay-per-view for that.
I would pay. I want to see Dan Campbell and Robert Saleh arm wrestle. That I want to see.
But your Bill Belichick point is a great point. No one brings that up when it talks about deserves to be fired based on what he has done after Brady. You look at his post-Brady record.
Terrible.
Any other coach outside of Belichick would have been fired 2 years ago.
Booted.
Yep.
Hell, we just got talking about Frank Wright, and he didn't even make it through a whole year. You know what I'm saying? And his post-Brady record is terrible. Then after his decisions with Mac Jones and some of the draft, right. The draft picks he got, all that. You got to put all that into the pot. He deserves to be fired.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. But how many times have we talked about it? There's leeway given to people who want, and because
how long do you? How much leeway you give them outside of a Super Bowl? When was the last time the Patriots won a Super Bowl?
Playoff game.
I know.
Go that route.
Like 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
So they lost. They lost in the first round. Brady's last year, right, to the Titans.
Yeah. So why don't you give? Oh, you don't think 4 years is enough buffer, enough time to say, okay, you have 4 years and you haven't done anything?
I'm not saying you're wrong.
No,
I agree with you.
I'm saying it rhetorically. I know you're not saying wrong. I'm saying rhetorically. Go ahead.
It's just the fact of the matter is where he's at in New England, in Foxborough. He can't do no wrong because he took a franchise that was obscure. They were not talked about. They were absolutely dog shit.
85.
Yeah, but that was 85. Before, between 85 and 2001, what did the Patriots did? What did the Patriots do?
Nothing.
Between 85 and 2001. Exactly. They were dog shit. So the fact that he took them to the Super Bowl, matter of fact,
I don't know about Kevin
lived
Stefanski, but I can see Todd Bowles. But Kevin Stefanski, I don't know about that.
He could have lived off. He could have lived off the one Super Bowl because that's how dog shit they were for so many years.
Right.
Yeah, that gives them leeway. I hate to say it.
But how long do you go?
One gives you a lot of leeway. Six could probably keep him there
Here's the thing,
until he walk away.
Lamar. Here's the thing, Lamar. And that's why I'll say to that. If you look at a team, any team, right, and you can see the trajectory of that team, you say, okay, we got these picks here. We got, we looking good. If you look at the New England Patriots team, the trajectory of that team doesn't look like it's going up.
No.
For a while.
Yeah,
so to me,
crap.
based on that, I gotta add that into my decision. Right. My decision as if I'm Robert Kraft. No, the projection of this team don't even look
you're right.
good. Now if you had pieces there, you say, okay, you just need some pieces, and based on what you've done for this organization, I'll give you a little more time. But I'm looking at what you basically took a Mercedes and turned it into a Pinto. You know what I'm saying?
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Right.
Don't act right. That's my little Ludacris tribute.
For real, I mean, it's like
Ludacris from coming down from the Falcon Stadium with the Shawn Michaels WrestleMania entrance. Did you see that?
I gotta look at that. See it. My thing is like you have to look at that. You have to take that stuff in consideration because this team doesn't look good and don't like it's gonna be good for a while until you make some kind of drastic moves. And what's that drastic move? Get rid of Belichick.
Well, hold on. Here's the thing.
Andrew.
Belichick is not retiring until he wins 22 more games and is the all-time winningest coach. I don't know if anyone else will hire Bill Belichick.
It'll be a while
because of his age and because of his record without Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And I think him and Kraft have some sort of agreement. I'll coach to the day after I get that win. But with this team and only 2 wins this season, it might take you 10 years to get that. You might not be right. He's like John Sterling, the Yankees radio announcer. They both want to die on the job. Like Sterling wants to have home run call and croak. Like that's how he wants to go out. He wants to die on the microphone. The guy can't talk. The guy can't speak, but he wants to die in Susan Waldman's arms. Belichick wants to throw the red flag and hit the ground before the flag does. That's how he wants to go out. Can you imagine? Oh, that'd be so great. That'd be the greatest video clip in the history of the world.
Hey, but here's the thing.
Red flag. One other name, Matt Eberfluss. If you're gonna go take Caleb Williams or Drake May, you're gonna go take a quarterback early. You might want to say, all right, we don't want you touching this guy. That's what she said. But you can.
Are you Chicago? Do you? Let me ask you this though.
Hey, hold on.
Go ahead.
Before you go there, I just gotta say this. They're not going to fire Bill Belichick, the coach. They're going to fire Bill Belichick, the GM, first before they get rid of the coach. As in, they're going to bring in. They're going to bring in a GM and relieve him of the GM duties before they ever fire him as a coach.
But you have to be.
I can see that. You have to be close. If he gets close to the win mark, like say they're 6 off, that's the year you say, okay, we're going to bring in this guy, we're going to groom him to be the GM because we know that you're close to stepping away. I don't see them doing it now. I see them doing it when they're within striking distance of, or they might have the guy there already. They might have an assistant GM in place who does all the contracts and everything. But I hope he's just as bad as drafting offense as Bill is. Fuck him. Hope they all cry. Hope there's fucking tears on their fucking Thanksgiving turkey. Fuck them.
Well, damn.
Fans, fuck everything about them. Fuck everyone who parks the car by the bar so they don't have to walk far and talks like that. Fuck them off. Fuck them off.
That is a scarred Jets fan.
I'm a Yankee fan too, so I hate the Red Sox. I've never had a good engagement with any of those people.
I hate the Red Sox.
That is such a scarred Jets fan from the last 22 years, guys.
Oh, that's a scarred American. Nothing good's ever come out of Boston.
Tea Party.
Nothing good. Go look at where 2 of the planes left on 9/11. Nothing good has ever come out of Boston. Even 2 of the planes on 9/11 came out of there. It's been a disaster because they're all fucking drunk and stupid, and they didn't know how to do security checks that morning.
I can't. But go ahead.
Now, I had a pot now. Is that joke too much now?
That was very close.
hold my beer. It's like,
Hold my beer, Mel. Hold my beer. I ain't talking trash. Hold my beer.
now, let me ask you this though. Based on what Justin Fields looked like coming back off that injury, do you still get rid of him and go for Caleb Williams or May? Or do you keep Justin Fields and do you fire the coach? Do you fire Everflus and then kind of work with Justin Fields?
Well, to be determined. When I did say it, if you're gonna go with new quarterback, you fire.
Right, yeah. I was just throwing that question out there.
Not gonna let him take the next quarterback, right?
Yeah.
I think Fields. We see Justin Fields from that Washington game. 3 of these next 6 games, or they got 7 games left with tonight. Ride him out. You got 2 of the top 4 picks, right?
Right.
I mean, you can go get Marvin Harrison Jr. and a lineman. You go get Joe Alt from Notre Dame and Marvin Harrison Jr. And now you got Marvin Harrison Jr. and DJ Moore at wide receiver. Cole Kmet's a nice tight end. I had a discussion on my Jet show Saturday night. We were talking some draft. I go, if Justin Fields is the guy, you go take Marvin Harrison Jr. and Brock Bowers at 1 and 5 and say, that's it. We're going to give this kid every chance to succeed. And if not, you still got Carolina's 2nd pick, which will be early the following year.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
You're gonna have a top pick if Fields falls flat on his face, and now you're a destination where every top offensive coach will want to go with DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison Jr., Brock Bowers, Cole Kmet, Herbert in the backfield, Herbert, however you say it. I don't know if he's French or Herbert.
It's another. The other running back is nice too. I can't think of his name.
Foreman.
Foreman. Yeah, I like Foreman. Yeah, I like Foreman too.
They spent some money on the offensive line, so. Build up all the weapons. I always use the Peyton Manning, Ryan Leaf draft as the argument. Peyton Manning went to the Colts with Marshall Faulk, Ken Dilger, Marcus Pollard, Marvin Harrison. They had weapons in place. Ryan Leaf went to San Diego with Natrone Means. That was bigger than me and Lamar at running back. Like,
how about Natrone Means? First of all, about Natrone Means.
What? We can't do Natrone Means jokes here?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm mad you trying to put me in the same size as you, motherfucker. I'm slim.
The Natrone Means was not 6'3". He was 6'3". He would have been a little more stealth.
It's a slim chance you slim, nigga.
Hey, first of all,
you called me that, Mel? Because Mama, I made
it. top left corner, sir. Top left corner.
Hey, I look. I'm not mad at your take, but I will die on this hill. For some reason, Chicago Bears organization is literally allergic to having good quarterback play.
That's true.
And you look at with the 85 Bears, you look at the 05 Bears when they made it to both Super Bowls, respectively, Jim McMahon and Rex Grossman. So obviously, you look at those teams, they were built with what? Great defenses, and they had a running game. And me personally, if I'm a quarterback, I would get the hell out of Chicago. If I'm Justin Fields, get me the hell out of here. Benefits you guys as a franchise. Get what kind of compensation you can get for me. And if you want to decide to get another quarterback, that's up to you. I don't think they should. They should rock with Badgett. The guy got some talent. It has enough. And just build the rest of your team. You got DJ Moore, got Cole Kmet. Go get you a wide receiver. Go get you some more offensive linemen. Keep building up your defense, and you can be a solid team that could possibly threaten to make the Super Bowl in the NFC. NFC's wide open.
You got too much potential with Justin Fields to do that, man.
I get what you're saying.
I would like the first.
He's just in a bad situation.
Talent.
He's in a bad.
They've never had elite offensive talent. You go get either Fashanu or Alt, the tackle Fashanu from Penn State, or Alt and Marvin Harrison Jr. number 1 overall, and just say fuck it. Like, we're just going to give our offense the best chance. Like, you have to have multiple weapons in the passing game in this day and era in the NFL. Look at Philly with Smith and Brown. Look at Miami with Hill and Waddle. You got to have – look at Kansas City. Kansas City don't have that Hill Kelsey anymore, and they have had some struggles this year with putting up good amount of points from what we've seen in the past, right? Like, it's not a dig, Mar. Like you know that. Like it hasn't looked the same since Hill left.
They got coaching deficiencies. They let Matt Nagy have the keys. We saw what he did in Chicago. Don't come in here and mess up my quarterback, motherfucker. Anyway,
no, but it's also a league where you need two elite weapons in the passing game. You look at the Niners. You got Debo as a weapon. You got Kittle. You got McCaffrey out of the backfield. They got options there. You know, what's the reason the Bills falter every year? Because they only got Diggs. And in the big game, you take Diggs away. I mean, Davis had that one ridiculous 4 game, but they still fucking lost the game when he had the 4 touchdowns.
Give that game away.
Give
that game away.
But you gotta have multiple weapons. I think it's gonna be what bites the Cowboys in the ass this year is they don't have a clear-cut number 2. And if you take CeeDee Lamb away come the playoffs, you're relying on Brandon Cooks.
Whoa. Brandon Cooks has been
reliable.
Brandon Cooks has been a reliable.
What's he ever done in the playoffs? I'm fucking playoff football.
I was just about to say that, and I was about to say that.
That's why we don't win.
Besides Wilson, suck.
Shit.
Lazard and Cobb were only there because the Rodgers wanted them there. Lazard can't get COVID.
Not you, Anthony.
Oh wow.
AP. I hope you're fucking. I love that you watch the show, man. But I hope your fucking internet drops out right now, man. I don't know why you got the tree takes down the cable wire to the house, bro. Oh, fuck it.
That's why I say even if Rodgers was playing, the Jets aren't even. They're only a couple wins better. They're not a contender with Rodgers because what does he have to work with? The line sucks and they don't have good receivers besides Wilson.
Well, one could argue that he never had that much to work with in Green Bay.
We're talking about good teams.
I'm mad this is turning to the Jets and Nick didn't even bring him up. What the hell are we doing?
There's no reason to. Tim Boyle's the quarterback, bro. Why do you think I'm dropping so many draft names? Because I'm doing mocks already. If you put Tim Boyle,
Nick is ready. Nick is ready.
Hey, Nick came on the show. Y'all talking about draft? Y'all talking about draft?
Rat. This season is more done than Madonna's face.
Oh wow, man. Wow.
They said when they saw there was a meme and it was like when they saw her go onto the stage, they thought they were bringing back a cheerleader from the last time they won a Super Bowl.
When they brought in Dolly Parton,
watching it live.
Yeah, when Dolly Parton.
Here you go. Here's a summary of the Jets season. The Jets season right now looks like Dolly holding on to that stage. We all were just waiting for the collapse.
Hey,
I was like, oh my god, she's gonna fall.
Hey, I was laughing my ass off. I was like,
back up.
I was like, yo,
those titties are gonna save her life. You know, oh, I'm back.
You saw the stuff about Jack Harlow's halftime show at the Lions. It looked like it was a high school play.
Yeah,
that's that white people back, man. We're trying to be credible in the rap game, and Jack Harlow went out there. Like you're in Detroit with Eminem and you bring out Jack Harlow in Detroit. What the hell was that? That looks like a fucking special kids need that want to make a wish. Like, what do you want to do? I want to perform next to Jack Harlow. Hey,
yo,
and then he just walked back into the igloo. What the fuck?
Right.
I can't. This show has gone off the rails.
Detroit, you know what? That was the perfect halftime show for the way Detroit played the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for real.
Oh my gosh. Man, y'all cost me some money, Lions.
No arguments here. No arguments here, bro.
No, literally. Y'all were the last leg of my parlay. All y'all had to do was beat Green Bay. That's it.
I figured out Detroit's problem.
3 fumbles.
Like Kirk Cousins for years couldn't win in primetime. Detroit can't win on national television. They won the Chiefs game, but after that, you put Detroit outside the market that they're playing or that they are in.
What's the Rangers game was national TV? The Rangers game was national TV.
Nobody watches the Raiders. Come on.
That is true.
Come on. That's like not even Raiders fans watch Colorado, bro.
Not even Raiders fans watch Raiders. But no, let's last 15 minutes of the show, man. Week 12 recap.
Can we just talk about the bad calls in the Buffalo game? Can we just get to that? That shit was ridiculous, bro.
When there was a
that was not
phase of the moon.
That was not a tackle on Allen. That was not.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Has to be hand inside. Buffalo fans are going nuts about it.
Yeah.
You have to have the hand inside the jersey and shoulder pad and pull the player down backwards to make the tackle. That bitch got flung frontwards with the front of the jersey, and the hand was never in the jersey. It grasped the nameplate.
We can talk about that. You can talk about the hit, the late hit that didn't get called, the fair catch, interference didn't get called.
You want to say holding on Diggs? I was holding on Diggs. He got his jersey.
Right.
Now, I will say this.
How about this?
Go ahead.
If Josh Allen don't throw the fucking interception on his own 20, they win the game.
How
Josh
the hell
Allen's
is Josh Allen?
Josh Allen's interceptions guaranteed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, not only that, but Josh Allen is 6'5", 240, and I saw one of the worst flops in the world, and he got the flag for it.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the worst flops I've ever seen.
I believe I can fly.
He was studying, LeBron's tape.
Bruh, he barely got pushed, and he literally, you saw him push off with his own feet off the ground, and they're like, ah! I was like, are we really calling that a personal foul, roughing the passer? You cannot be 6'5", 2. He's bigger than the guy that hit him.
For real. For
He's
real.
bigger than the guy that hit him.
He left the
And he
divot in the
literally
ground when he
flew.
hit.
Oh my God.
Yo, you saw him? He went to the 5-yard line and lined up for a free throw like LeBron. He's wrong
Bruh. And look, and to AR's point, here's the deal. Bills fans, I love y'all. I get it. You got, and this is my opinion. I think Josh Allen right now is a top 5 quarterback, but he is a feast or famine quarterback. And more times than not, he's going to come up with some mistakes that's going to put you in a bad position. All right. So my thing is you got to be real with what you got. You got a Brett Favre. You do. He's going to give you some good moments. He's going to give you some good moments, but damn it, he's not
going to win a Super Bowl though.
He's going to put y'all in some situations where you're going to have to come up and try to, as a team, get yourselves out of a hole from a turnover that he's going to cause. He plays too much hero ball, all right, and it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. All right, it's going to happen one way or another.
You fire the OC because he throws picks and your guy drops the ball. That's a pick, and then you fumble the ball, but it's the offensive coordinator's fault.
Right.
Hey, don't get me wrong. So, Ken Dorsey was a little bit over his head, because at some point you got to find a way to reel that guy in. I think that's why. I'll say this: I think we've all agreed to it a million times. Man, there's a difference between Brian Daboll, what he was able to do, and what Ken Dorsey did. Because the turnovers was still there with Daboll. It was up and winning mattered.
Up in that game, Lamar. You up in this game. Why don't you go to the running game?
You don't have a running
that's
game.
coaching.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and that what's name was running pretty decent. A little, you know what I'm saying? Go to the running game.
Yeah, but the thing is,
why you always third and long? Those part of your problems too. It's like, come on, man. They don't have a good first and second down play to call, and then they wait to third down to try to advance the ball. It's like,
you
can call a running play, get a ball to I can't think of my man's name, the brother James. You get the ball to him. If he get 3 yards, at best you at 2nd and 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Say in the NFL to hand the ball to a running back who's a brother. Well, gee, that narrows it down to all of them. Thanks for clarifying that.
No, I'm saying the brother. The brother of a man. I was saying a brother, not a brother, not a brother, but the brother of the other.
You want to talk fullback? We're your guy. You want to talk holders? We're your guy. You want to talk special team coaches? We're mostly your guy. You want to talk owners? We got you on lock.
I can't with y'all, man. Something is absolutely.
It's like they probably do everything could to get that game away. Everything could to get that game away.
Oh my gosh.
That's what Josh Allen does. Josh Allen will play remarkable for 90% of the game. But he will have a 10% of the game that costs you week in and week out. Right. And I see the Bills a lot. They're not in the New York market, but they put a lot of their games on here. Jets and Giants are that'll be the game we'll get a lot.
Right.
Now, when you look at him, and I've assessed him this way, he's a 5-year-old playing Madden who wants the big, spectacular play all the time. There will be one drive a game where Josh Allen, in stride, 3 steps, hits Kincaid in the flat. 3 steps, hits Diggs on a hook. Play action, hits the wide receiver on a slant after the linebacker before the safety. And he plays smart, and he's in rhythm. He don't want to do that for 4 quarters. He wants to play hero ball. He is everything that is wrong with like that kid in Pop Warner who just wants to highlight play every time.
Right.
Whether you're not coachable or you just think I'm bigger than the coaches, I'm gonna be here longer than them. Fuck them. I'm gonna play my way. But if he played within the system and he played on rhythm,
he'd be a Super Bowl winner.
Have a highlight reel because Mahomes has highlight reels. Did you notice Mahomes won a Super Bowl? Didn't have many highlight plays. Mahomes was playing smart football all year.
With a horse tranquilizer in his leg.
That's because his wife put it there when she bit him.
Damn.
Have a good day, Anthony, and you bring up shit like that in my that's like a human being.
No, I mean, you bring it. Look, we bring up good points. I just need Buffalo fans to be realistic about what you have at quarterback. Do you have one of the better quarterbacks in the league? Yes, but you got a quarterback that's also can be an anchor to the success of your team.
Right.
I mean, that's the only way I can see it. That's the only way I can, put into words what Josh Allen is. He is a talented, very talented quarterback anchor. Because there's sometimes where he's going to hold your team back from his play, and his mistakes are going to get in the way. Because even with Daboll, who was able to reel him in, the interception and the fumbles were still there.
He's a Louis Vuitton anchor.
Well, yeah, a very high designer anchor. But even when Daboll was there, Daboll was able to reel him in and say, "Hey, man, when it's crunch time, when it's win time, when it's matter time, I can't have you making these mistakes." And he did. Now, when you don't have that Daboll, you see the Daboll effect because the turnover is still there.
Yeah,
look at it. I mean, you can look at it. Each year, he's going to have a high number of fumbles. He's going to have a high number of interceptions. That's. We just got to be real. This is Josh Allen, all right? This is him.
It's not coaching because, I mean, even like you said, even with Daboll, he still had a lot of turnovers, even though it was less. It's just, they're obviously telling him every week to, do this, do that, whatever. But it comes down to his decision-making on the field.
Facts. Facts. That's what it comes down to.
Close game. He wants the hero moment. He wants the game-winning drive. And I feel that there's plenty overtime. Played smart the entire time.
He better stay away from overtime.
If he didn't have made that throw, Gabe Davis was open. He made a bad throw. That was a game.
Yeah, I think that's a shared responsibility. As a wide receiver, when you know that there's zero cover blitz, there's no safety, just pretty much just stay in the middle of the field and you're right there. He went towards the corner a little bit on Gabe Davis, so I think that was just a misread.
Gabe Davis had the read on the guy. The guy had inside containment. The corner's open. That's what you're supposed to do on that route.
Yeah,
you don't try to
route or
to the middle.
Right.
Allen read it wrong. They switched it. They switched on the outside. Gabe had inside leverage or outside leverage. He faded to the corner, as you should. It's more distance for the cornerback to run. And Allen threw it like he was running straight. Like, Allen made a bad fucking read on it. But you can't say that, or Buffalo fans fucking attack you and your family and try to break in your window and steal your children in the middle of the night. Forget about the Great White Heights up in the Great White Buffalo.
Bills Mafia.
Yeah, Bills Mafia.
Watch your folding table.
Right. They'll take your child while they jump on the folding table.
Looks like redneck rodeo up there. Josh Allen's got 8 straight games with an interception. He's got 9 interceptions over those 8 games. Josh Allen is a problem as much as he is the answer.
That's wild.
Turned into Dak Prescott.
Oh,
that's crazy.
I said that. Yeah, I said that for years. He's Dak and Josh are the same guy in different. Their teams are the same. We got to hear about their Super Bowl contenders every year, and they can't get past the fucking second round.
If the Cowboys don't get past the first or second round this year, then it's just like something's got to be going on. Because this year
the first round. They'll be the 5 seed. They'll play the NFC South winner, who will be Atlanta. They'll win that game, and then they'll have to go into Philly for round 2, and they'll.
I can see them losing to Atlanta. That would be
the
best. That would be the best year.
Don't count us out yet. Don't count us out.
That would be the best year.
No, ever. I'm sorry, man. I've been trying to stick up for Derek. I've been trying to stick up for him. I can't do it no more.
That pick
I
six he
can't.
threw was.
Oh, that pick six. Oh man,
Hey,
Jesse Bates
somebody
read
tell
his
him.
rights, bro.
Somebody need to tell him he ain't praying enough. You reading the wrong scripture. You ain't praying enough. You should have brought the oil out something.
Because then you see Jameis Winston filling for him against the Vikings, have a great completion percentage, throw 2 touchdowns. We can't catch a break, bro.
Look,
Thomas gets arrested before the Vikings game. I mean, it's a real life.
This is what Derek Carr needs to do. Listen to my recommendations.
What's that?
Put a choir on the sideline with some tamarines and pass a collection plate around. Watch him throw 5 touchdowns.
Turn that business to a church, dog.
He throw 5 touchdowns. The tamarine like.
Here we're gonna summarize the Saints perfectly here. The Saints are down so bad. I need that comment up for it. That Anthony don't even know the name of the best player.
Tyson. Tyson.
On this show, it's Tabo. It's Tabo.
Tabo. Hey,
it's Tyson anyway. So is that Mike Tyson and Grant Hill's baby?
No. When we put Tyson, I thought he was talking about is he selling chicken or something? Sell some chicken wings? Yeah, Tyson chicken.
Injury-prone stoner. That would be an injury-prone stoner right there, boy.
I went through Wildcat.
Hey, okay, so all right, so after week 12, here's a team that I say I was completely wrong about.
All right,
and I owe Hot Take Jake and I owe Broncos fans a huge apology, man. No, they're on the 5-game win.
I refuse to say it.
I was wrong about the Broncos. I thought they was going to be absolute dog shit for the whole season. They've been 5-game winning streak, and they literally have a chance to, make some noise and at least make a wild card. I mean, I give them that. I at least give them that. So
I ain't giving them shit.
Hey man, hey name a team hotter than the Broncos right now.
It don't matter. I still ain't giving them nothing.
I mean, other than that, it's the Eagles. That's the only team you can name that's a hotter team than the Broncos right now. I mean, good luck finding another team that's hotter than them.
They still got 6 more games to disappoint.
Oh, they still got time to mess it up. They still got time to
interesting down the stretch here, though. If they can maybe sneak in.
Oh yeah.
Which take, Ant?
The Broncos take.
Oh no! I ain't putting money on that. They still got time to mess it up. I'm just saying, like they're one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. I just got to give it to them.
Now I will say this is a time to be hot. This is a time to be hot.
Yeah, down the stretch here.
Yeah, so this is the time to be hot.
Yeah,
the time to get hot though starts now with 6 games left. They could have peaked too early. They can flatten out just as quickly as they turned up because they beat the Browns' 3rd quarterback yesterday. The Vikings with Dobbs, who barely had a full week, they squeaked that out by 1. They manhandled the Chiefs 24-9. Nobody fucking saw that. I didn't even get to see that game, so I can't comment on that. But the Packers, they squeaked out 19-17. The Bills 24-22. It's like they're right there. Like, all right, we won it, which is what you have to do week to week, but they're not dominating.
Hey, you ain't got it. Neither are the Eagles.
And they got the Texans. They got 3 road games in a row. This is when you're going to know if they're legit. They got 3 road games in a row. They got short week. They got the short week going, or they got the bye, and then they got a short week.
No, they already had their bye. So they got
Sunday.
They got.
All right, my bad. I thought it said Thursday. The team.
Yeah. So they got Texans.
They're at Texans, at Chargers,
Not gonna be
at Lions. They can go 1-2 right there.
The Texans look good.
They can go 1-2, and then they got New England, which they should win, which is a fucking Sunday night game.
Ugh. I'll be asleep.
No, that better be flex, please.
They gotta flex that on that.
They didn't flex them in the Colts last year. They're in the damn near every game.
Yeah, that was garbage.
I'm surprised the NFL didn't flex out next Monday. Next Monday, the Giants and the Packers are on Monday night.
Ooh,
they better flex that shit.
That's that all the way out the season.
They have one option. It would be the Giants are home Monday. The Jets are home Sunday. you would have, and the Jets play Houston at home with CJ Stroud. So you would have to put the Jet Houston game in order to take the Giant game out for stadium availability. You can't have the Jets and Giants both home on Sunday.
Right.
Wow.
So.
Well, then they better flex that move.
It's Tim Boyle. Like, we're fucking tanking. I thought CJ Stroud would have been enticing enough for them to put on Monday night and get an extra primetime game with CJ Stroud against the defense, but
I would still do it.
That would be the better game to watch. Rather than that,
they had to do it last Monday.
Matter of fact, in a couple of weeks, Chiefs Patriots on Monday night, flex that out. I don't want to see that on Monday night. I don't want to see Chiefs Patriots on Monday night.
I don't want to see the Patriots at all.
How the fuck you give the Patriots 2 primetime games down the end?
Bill Belichick.
Hey, man.
Some people are talking about them coming back and being good this year in the beginning of the year.
Nah.
I didn't buy no one.
When they lost Gonzalez and Judon, like, they had to win games 12-10.
That was it.
Like, they beat the Jets 15-10. That's how they had to win games with Mac Jones at quarterback.
Yeah,
that was it.
Fuck that.
Well, all right, fellas. Man, we're gonna shut this down. Great show. Definitely appreciate AR tapping in with us, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Until you go back to winter break and Pops don't scare the shit out of you no more. Hey, Nick, you should have seen Anthony's face. Pop scared the shit out of him. He came and jumped back. Wow.
Anthony, remind your dad.
Flex these Amazon content.
I texted Dad Saturday. Either you or him, stop by the house. I got something for you.
All right, definitely. I will.
I texted him the other day, so just remind him to get in touch with me, or you swing by when you're passing.
Yeah, I will.
But y'all know what it is, man.
Already.
Go ahead.
If you could do me a favor, if you haven't already, Proud New York Jets fans on YouTube. I'm at 478 with subs. They've lowered the monetization down to 500, so I am very close. If your girlfriend, Anthony, her family, make sure, Matt, everyone, get the whole DeSillas family in there. That'll put me over the top of all the people they got. Yeah, I'm 22 people away, and then I can apply for monetization. So please help your boy out. And support everyone.
I might want to listen to the old whack ass football team, man. Anyway,
you don't have to watch. Just fucking give me the sub. You fucking mute me. I don't give a shit. Just get the sub.
Turn all the
notifications. Be like Deion Sanders. Be a fucking paper champ. Hit subscribe and never do anything.
We gonna Nick Prime over here. So y'all know what it is, man. Go help out. Go help out the homie Nick Shine, even though he still, abuses himself every year emotionally by rooting for that old terrible franchise. But it's okay. You know what it is, man. Tap in with us, all our content, I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, I.O.W Sports 1 on the Twitter. Proud New York Jets fans for you Jets fans. No Name Podcast for you 3 Lions fans that are out there in the world. And then, of course, Wild Card Chief for all you Chiefs fans. Hey, you know what it is. Hey, we love y'all. Appreciate
one thing we didn't bring up. How awesome is it that CM Punk is back? Like, I am looking for, I'm not watching Monday Night Football. I'm watching Raw tonight. And for the first time in my like a decade, like, I'm like, I gotta watch Raw.
What do you see?
That was really good.
I love that Seth Rollins is making it look like an NWO thing, right? He's making it look like this is a real life. Yeah. Is it real? Is it fake? They're like, oh, Michael Cole is holding him back.
No, that was real beef. No, that was real beef. But they're going to, that's real beef. But they're going to capitalize on it.
That'll be the rivalry next for that championship. That'll be the rivalry.
Of course.
Like, you started at Royal Rumble, or do you just let that build to WrestleMania? Right? You have Royal Rumble.
What they do with Randy Orton coming back now too? Does he go after Roman Reigns? Like, someone got to take him out eventually.
Nah, Roman Reigns is going to hold it.
I'm getting tired of the Roman Reigns thing, bro. He can't ever win by himself. can't ever win by himself.
Hey, that's
He's
the
like
point
the
of being a
Patriots.
heel.
He's like
That's
the
the point of
Patriots, bro. You got to cheat to win, baby. You gotta
Yeah,
cheat to
but
win.
I mean, sometimes the heel gets the help from people sometimes. But I mean, he hasn't had a clean victory for the championship, and I think over a
he's
year.
a bad guy. You bad guys
Yeah,
never win clean. Come on, guys. That's a point. That's 101 wrestling. Never win clean when you're a bad guy. Anyways,
That's why the Jets always
man.
lose, because we're honest.
Can we cut this shit off now?
Yeah.
Okay, baby.
Yeah.
You're hitting them corners too goddamn fast. You need to slow this motherfucker down. You understand? I almost spilled my yak on this $200 suit, nigga.